What's up traders, welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. I'll be doing a complete analysis of NFP coming up later today, and also I'll be doing a live trading session. If there is any trade in this live session, we will be opening any trade if there is anything, and also I'll be analyzing A to Z everything you are trading, so you can use the live chat to interact with me. As you know that today is Friday and also NFP day, awesome day. If you remember in our last NFP we had an incredible trade on dollar yen that ended up being almost 3.5 times profit. In fact, NFP is a very big event for traders. It's a big news announcement, as you know that. And with that NFP, I will try to take the full advantage of everything will happen in the market. So this is a very important session as a preparation for NFP. We'll look at all the pairs, which way they are going. And as I told you that if there is any opportunity, I will look at it. So before I begin, guys, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and also smash the like button for everything, so that this stream stay at the top and also you also stay at the top. Now I'll be starting with, first of all, gold. As you see that gold from this daily level of support, we have seen a bounce on the higher time frame. Gold, as you can see that from this monthly level of support, we have seen a bounce on gold. But let's find out which way gold might be heading. Looking at the weekly, from the weekly support zone, we have seen it has created a lower high, and again we have seen a bounce on this one. So weekly, monthly, and if you look at the daily time frame, we see that the gold has just crossing the previous day's high. What I think that at some point we could find potential selling opportunity on gold, as if you look at a 4-hour time frame, we see that gold is crossing this resistance level, and we will be wait for a potential shorting opportunity, because this market, as you know, that this is a long-term bearish market, and we will not look for any kind of buying in this market, as this is a long-term bearish, and we see that there was already a long manipulation candle has been formed in this area, and from this resistance level we could see some retest of this level. As you can see, the price is going up. Basically it is going to test this resistance zone here. Now if you look at the daily time frame, we see that the price probably will break the daily high, what I think that, and will come back down, because you see that the price didn't test the lower part of the daily wick, and this is a long-term bearish market. And if you look at intraday perspective, we see that the price has just crossed this 20 period moving average on the intraday, has broken a local level of resistance. Now even if we look at the 1-hour chart, we could potentially see that, you see that every hour the price was starting from here, has this big move to the upside. Now the price on the 1-hour chart, you can see that just touched this resistance zone here, so which is the previous support zone. Quite a few candle rejected from here. This is the previous hourly support zone, which is turning here as resistance. So from that level, what I think that as the candle close is coming after 1.5 hour, from this level we can expect a deeper retracement, at least to this neckline. If 1-hour chart, if we look at, so the price is going in a zone where we can find potential selling opportunity at some point in this zone, because if you look at this trend line resistance zone on the 1 hour, even this could be a very, very important resistance zone for gold to have a bounce again. So there is a high probability for gold that we could find at some point some shorting opportunity on gold, and that's why we are waiting until NFP. As soon as we see any kind of shorting opportunity on gold, we will take the full advantage of it. So with that said, guys, let me know in the chat section what you are up to on gold and all other pairs, which way you are trading. what's your question, then I can I know what to address for. So with that said, let's look at now some other pairs. Looking at British Pound, GBP USD, we see that all those pairs now going for a deeper retracement on GBP USD, Euro Dollar. So if you look at the Euro Dollar also same way, we see that some deeper retracement going up for some deeper retracement. Aussie Dollar also doing the same thing. What I think that after retracement it will come back down again, because if you look at, let's say, Aussie Dollar, if you look at the monthly and weekly perspective, they are long-term bearish. Monthly also it's a long-term bearish market, and we still can think of shorting all those instruments. Now Aussie Dollar daily perspective, we see that after the previous day's drop, the price started to go up. It's a deeper retracement. As you can see that on the daily perspective on Aussie Dollar, there was a huge liquidity here and then has dropped, followed by another drop. Now this day the price is going up, probably on Aussie Dollar from this resistance level, which is daily 20 period moving average. We could see a rejection from this level. So yeah, these are the levels that we will be looking for. As soon as I will see any update, I will definitely let you know. So let me look at the chat. Okay, so Mohanad, good day coach, we love to see you live and trade with you. Thank you, Mohanad, thank you very much for your appreciation. Yeah, awesome. Mariana, good morning coach. Good morning, Mariana, thank you very much for joining. Boma, good morning, Boma, thank you very much. Ray, let's make some profit. Yeah, no problems. Chat, good day coach. Chat, thank you very much. Shahnawaz, good morning coach. Shahnawaz, thank you very much. Tiffany, can you start with US30 please, if you don't mind? Yeah, sure, why should I mind? You'll look at US30 as well. Hagai, good day coach, we appreciate your effort and commitment. No problems, thank you Hagai, I'm always here. Mohanad, hi coach, could you please look at USD CNHS? You will look at all of them. You will look at USD CNHS as well. Jane, good morning coach. Jane, thank you very much. Sajida, Obaid, good morning sir. Yeah, Sajida, thank you very much. Sajida, please tell me about GBPUSD, Euro USD. Yeah, we'll look at all of them. GBPUSD, Euro USD. Maldale, good morning. John, dollar yen please. Good day coach. Where do you think GBPUSD will go to? So we'll look at all of them. Let's see which way they are heading. Armando, good morning coach. Good morning Armando. So let's look at now we'll look at US30. Okay, first let's look at British Pound, US Dollar again, Euro Dollar, and then we'll look at other pairs as well. So British Pound, US Dollar, guys, it is in fact a very strong drop on British Pound, US Dollar. As you can see that if you look at the monthly perspective, we see that British Pound, US Dollar on the monthly from this resistance level, we have seen in fact a very strong rejection from the top. Okay, so this is the monthly candle. Why we need to look at the monthly? Because monthly, weekly will give you a clear direction in the market. If you look at 15 minutes, 5 minutes first, it may not make any sense to you. So that is why you need to look at the bigger picture to see the general direction in the market. Now British Pound, US Dollar previous months created this narrow candle. So always you need to look at the bigger picture, higher time frame, to see a relationship with the lower time frame, to see in fact which way the market is heading. Now look at the red candles, very strong bearish candle in comparison with the buyer's effort. So still the price action with the higher time frame is bearish. So with that said, if you look at the weekly time frame, we see that this is the weekly candle which has created a lower high, okay, with this zone, and then we have seen a very strong rejection to the downside. Now looking at the daily, this is the daily time frame, and we have seen that the price came to a very important zone, and from there we see rejection to the upside. So now at this point, what I think that Gbpusd may go to this daily 20 period moving average, and from that level we might see a rejection on Gbpusd. Now looking at the intraday perspective on the 4-hour time frame, we could see that I think that this zone is really important. I think Gbpusd, if managed to go there, as you can see, there is a previous support zone here with this channel on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so this support zone, which is there is a on the 4-hour time frame, there is a 20 period moving average. Okay, and also this is the daily 20 period moving average, you see that. And on the 4-hour also, this is the channel that was dropping in this direction, creating series of lower high and lower low. So from that channel, this previous support here, support here, support here, also it is acting as a dynamic support. The price may not reach that far, but if it goes there, that could be a very important level for selling Gbpusd. But before that, before reaching that zone, if we see any kind of bearish price action along this zone, yeah, we will be considering definitely shorting Gbpusd. Is still bearish, we'll look for potential shorting setup. But I think that during the NFP we might see a spike that might test this 20 period moving average, 20 EMA on the daily perspective. So we'll look at this one. As soon as we will find that opportunity, we'll consider shorting Gbpusd from this level. So with that said, Gbpusd we need to see, because the NFP coming, and definitely we need to see in fact how the price is doing. Based on that, we'll decide. For me, it is still short. As soon as we will, at least short term short, if we find opportunity, why should we miss any kind of opportunity from the market? And guys, at the same time, if you wanna learn our strategy and also trade with me NFP, there is still time. You can join now. There is a link in the description area. I will invite you to join us to trade with us NFP. NFP is really my favorite, because this is the time when I make most amount of money. NFP is a big event for the traders, and there is a lot of trades in the market during this NFP. So especially volume, you remember the last time we did dollar yen trade on NFP. This is the dollar yen chart, and we caught this candle on NFP. You remember that? This one, this is the NFP candle, exactly where we caught this trade, and the strategy we applied is our trend following strategy. You can see that we had an indicator based on this trend following strategy, which give us a buy signal on dollar yen, and we took that trade. That was a massive move, you can see that. So if you are our students, then you will have this indicator available for you to use either in TradingView or in MetaTrader 4. So if you wanna get that as well, you can. If you're already a member, you should find it in your student dashboard for MT4 or TradingView user. So if you are a TradingView user, you need to email your TradingView username, or if you are using MT4, you can download it from your student dashboard. So let me look at now. Kunal, good day sir. Kunal, thank you very much. Chat Karan, please. Yep, thank you very much. Sander, hello coach. Good morning all, thank you very much. Armando, hi coach, what exactly time the high impact tonight? So the time for news you can find in this website called Forex Factory. So Forex Factory is a news calendar. Okay, it's a free website, so which is at 11:30 p.m. Sydney time. All right, NFP, but in your time zone you can check it out. we'll start our today's live session half an hour earlier. Normally we start at 11:30 p.m. Sydney time, our live session, but today I will be starting half an hour earlier just for a pre-preparation for NFP. As you know that I do twice live streaming, one this time, the other one is in the during that time. So make sure guys you subscribe and also press bell button so that you don't miss out any of the update, any of the analysis like this one, trading, NFP, high impact news trading, any of this you're not missing out. So make sure you stay up to date by pressing that bell button. And also you can find free Telegram channel link in the description. You can join there. There is always update there about everything, so you will always be up to date in our free Telegram channel. So Kunal, sir, gold is upwards now as daily open with weekless candle. Now daily open, we can't say still a weekless candle because daily open is still day is not over. Okay, so it could potentially come back down. Okay, it should come back down. As you know that even after this 20 period moving average on the daily, okay, after testing this 20 period moving average, the price should come back down. This is a long-term bearish. So daily weekless candle will be considered as weekless candle when there is a daily close. Okay, it's still not close, we still don't know which way going, but during the NFP we should see some up and down. Okay, we can't say that it's just the starting of the day. This is the second session of the day. There is quite a few sessions still remaining, so there will be a lot of up and down in the market. If you look at this 1 hour candle, which is closing below this level of resistance, okay, and after this 1 hour candle we could see a retracement. You see that gold in this 1 hour time frame, we have seen this movement, right? There is a movement happen here. If we take our Fibonacci, then this is one, let's assume that this candle is closing here after 12 minutes. So we still have a high probability for a deeper retracement. And also if you look at this pattern here, okay, this pattern has broken down and broken up. This has not been tested yet properly. Okay, should see a retest of this level as a support. Okay, and then yeah, we still have a high probability for coming down, as this is a long-term bearish market, and let's see what happens. There is a high probability for the price to continue to drop at least certain level. Okay, so and at the same time, if we see any shorting opportunity on the lower time frame here, we'll definitely consider it as well. So guys, with that said, let's look at now Haidar here, Pakistan. Thank you very much, Haidar. So what about the if we sell Gbpusd in 15 minutes with sell limit? I have to look at it. Gold, sir. Yeah, no problems. Daniel, Pankaj. Hello, sir. Good morning. Hello, Pankaj. Thank you very much. Hi, coach. What's trading good now? We'll look at it. Buy position in Gbpusd, Euro USD, also gold. Tell me which good position to close and buy. Okay, so look at one by one. Let me look at Gbpjpy. Okay, so Gbpjpy, we see some movement from this level of support zone. Okay, looking at the daily first, we see, yeah, for all those instruments we might see some upward movement until NFP. So if we look at the Gbpjpy, then what I would say that you see that monthly, this is the monthly chart, and we have seen the price came to a certain level on the monthly time frame. So if we look at this, let me look at the weekly. So we have seen that on the weekly perspective, GBP/JPY in a very crucial zone. It has broken the previous weekly low. Okay, looking at the daily, yeah, so we could see some push to the upside, but still what I think that GBP/JPY, I think that it will drop further. Okay, it will drop further, but we might see today at some point GBP/JPY reaching this daily 20 period moving average, which is also on the 4-hour time frame an important level. So based on how the price action forms, that we need to decide in fact which way we will be trading. At this point it is in a retracement level, so when the price retraces, just we need to let it retrace to see in fact what kind of price action it is forming. Okay, like the gold is in a retracement level. Okay, so we see some movement to the upside, but I think that now it's almost in the resistance, and from this level we should see some backward movement. So like GBP/JPY as well. So on the 4-hour perspective, this is what I think that, guys, you know, that if you look at the monthly, it is a long-term bullish, but it's still the liquidity zone here is still below. Looking at the weekly, we saw that previous weekly low is broken. I think it will come a little further based on how the price action is forming, that we need to decide in fact which way the market will be heading. But as I told you that we need to wait for a price action confirmation, but short term for me we need to look at this daily 20 period moving average. I think that from this zone we'll see a rejection from this daily 20 EMA. Okay, and then from that level we could see further drop, because the way it has started to drop, we have seen a reversal pattern here has been formed in this level. Okay, so with that reversal pattern on GBP/JPY, the price needs to come to a certain level. So it's, for me, is still bearish, but based on how it react along this zone, in this zone, then we will decide in fact how we can trade. But as a trader, we don't need to look at a very big drop. So you see, let's say if we see that from this zone, from this 20 EMA, we are having a rejection, then we can sell GBP/JPY. This is a very important level for GBP/JPY. You see that one narrow green candle, which is in fact providing a very strong level of resistance. This is a weekless candle on the 4-hour time frame. So if in case GBP/JPY is reaching this level, yeah, I will be straight selling, keeping the stop loss above this green candle and take profit. Then we will target below along this neckline. So that will be a very good risk to reward ratio trade on GBP/JPY. So now let's look at so GBP/JPY, all of this pair now for NFP is going for retracement, and we will wait to see in fact how this retracement will do, and then as soon as we will find entry, we'll consider shorting them. So let me look at the chat. Pankaj, thank you, sir. No problems, Pankaj. GBP CAD to 89 pips and is still holding. Very good, very good. Let's look at GBP CAD. Okay, GBP CAD has a massive drop. You see that if you remember, we closed one trade here. Now let me look at the daily. Okay, we might see some short-term movement to the upside in all of them. As I told you that British pound, US dollar, euro dollar, gold, everything. But after a retest of this level, okay, especially the daily 20 period moving average, I think that after that we could see some backward movement again, because these are short-term movement, including in the gold also we see some short-term movement to the upside. If you look at the 1 hour candle, we see that the price is hitting this resistance level. So this candle is going to close after, this is a void. You see that there is no specific zone here. So we see some unusual movement, but we could potentially see that the price is coming back down. Yeah, that might in fact give us a selling opportunity. As you can see, this is a 1 hour candle, and see that there is this movement is to the upside without any potential ground on it. So if you look at the 15 minutes, yeah, I think that will be the end of the story, and we could, yeah, this is you see this kind of movement normally doesn't stay long. Okay, you will see that after this it's just coming back down to test this level again. Okay, so this is gold chart. Let's look at again 1 hour. Okay, yeah, so this 1 hour candle which is closing, and after this one, okay, we should see a backward movement, because there is a 4 hour candle is closing next hour. So let's look at other pairs, that is we see a candle close in all the instruments. So let's look at them, and then so this is closing a candle on AUD CAD, AUD NZD. Okay, AUD NZD, we might see some reversal, I think, because this is the monthly candle. We saw already price came to a very, very important level. Looking at the weekly, there was a massive drop. Daily, still bearish, but there is a doji on the 4 hour. Let me look at all of them. AUD, CHF, Aussie yen, Aussie dollar, CAD, CHF. Euro GBP. So Euro GBP, we are running a trade on this one. For those today, yeah, I just need to mention it. Look, when you see a trade running, always guys keep in mind, when there is a daily opening and closing, you must need to move your stop loss during the, if you are running the trade, you need to move couple of pips, because during the daily opening and close there is always a spread variation. So you need to keep in mind that you need to close the trade, not close the trade, and move the stop loss, so that unusually your stop loss is not being hit. And also during the weekend, if you are running a trade, you must move your stop loss, and then when the spread will be normal, you can bring it back in your position. It's very important that you understand it. So you see that, let me look at all those pairs. If there is any movement, CHF, JPY, so we see that before NFP, normally most of the pairs goes in the other direction, so that it normally retraces for NFP. So you see Euro NZD started to drop. Okay, all those candles just closed. We just see which way to trade. So GBP USD, just looking at all of them to see, in fact. Okay, so gold has so this is the 1 hour candle, which is unusually long. So what I think that slowly now this price will come back down for a deeper retracement. So this is if you look at the 15 minutes, yeah, so this is price normally when it breaks the daily high, it has this kind of movement. Now the price is in a very important level of resistance, so it could even test the daily 20 period moving average. Okay, it is possible, and then we can expect a return back to the level. So looking at NZD USD. Okay, so all those USD pairs now going for a deeper retracement before NFP, dollar CAD, dollar Swiss franc, dollar yen. Okay, so dollar getting little bit of weaker for the time being, but finally let's see in the NFP what I think that ultimately dollar will get stronger again, and I don't think that this price dollar will be weaker anyway. So this is a you can say the preparation for NFP. So before NFP, that is why it is important for us to know, in fact, how the market is moving before NFP. This happen all the time. As you can see, we see some movement that is in fact giving us an opportunity for selling again. So this is gold chart. You can see that the price already in this resistance level. You can see that it's a long-term resistance here, all those resistance, so turned resistance, and from here we can expect now a return. But at the same time, let's see what happened. And going up means dollar getting weaker, and during the NFP we might see a massive move on dollar. Okay, let me look at the chat, guys. What is this? Okay, NZD CAD, what is your thought? Okay, let's look at NZD CAD. The NZD CAD. Okay, so for NZD-CAD, looking at the monthly first, we saw that there is a bounce from the monthly resistance level, primarily from this doji zone. There was a strong bounce from this monthly resistance, and now looking at the weekly perspective, we see that in fact there is a strong rejection from this weekly resistance zone on NZD-CAD with this 20 period moving average. So looking at daily, okay, so what I think that on NZD-CAD, after going up, we might find selling opportunity. For me, it's a long-term bearish. We have seen a very strong rejection. So on NZD-CAD, what we could see after going, I think that what it will do, you see this long wick candle here, okay, it will go to this resistance zone here, and from this resistance zone, okay, we could potentially see a rejection, and that zone could be a very good place for selling NZD-CAD. Okay, so that's what I will be waiting for on NZD-CAD. This zone around half of this week, it is likely to go up here and probably will create another long wick candle, and from that level we could see that NZD-CAD started to drop. Okay, so this zone could be a very good place for shorting NZD-CAD. Long-term bearish, but the price, you see that already created a head and shoulder, but as it has left this long wick candle, it will go up again to test that part of this long wick candle. So we could potentially see some rejection from the top on NZD-CAD. Great video, sir. Keep it up. God bless you. No problems. Thank you very much. Faber, tell most. Okay, trading psychology. No problems. We'll talk about it. So let's look at now buy position. Okay. Let me look at indices US30. Okay, so US30. We see another candle is forming. What I think that you see that US30, after this manipulation, there has been a strong drop. Okay, so with that strong drop, what US30 did, that we have seen a movement, but at the same time we need to look at that this previous support zone on US30. Okay, this is the support here, support here, support here. Okay, and which is in fact created a triple top on US30 with a manipulation here with a false breakout. So with that movement, we didn't see this reversal pattern. This support of this zone has not been tested as a resistance, so we can expect now US30 go up and test this previous support to test as a resistance. So with that said, what we will be doing is we will be waiting for a potential retest of this previous support as a resistance. Okay, this is always you see in the market, the price normally when it creates a reversal, okay, you can expect the price to test this previous support zone here, support zone here, any kind of reversal pattern as a resistance, and then to drop. So with that said, okay, what we can expect that US30 to test this previous support here, support here, support here, to turn resistance as a test as resistance and then to reject it. So with that said, what we'll be waiting, I think that during the NFP we could see that US30 is going up and testing this support as resistance, and then once we'll see any kind of long wick candle along this zone, then we can expect shorting US30. Okay, so this is the main point that we need to test of this level. Once you will see that, we'll consider going short on US30. Ray asks buy gold on. I don't think that gold buy. Let me look at again. So this is the 4-hour candle which is closing very soon after 50 minutes. It's already overextended. Okay, but I think that if you look at the 1-hour chart, okay, for me I think it will slowly come back down. It needs a retracement. Already has gone up. If we look at our Fibonacci for this movement, 38.2% Fibonacci is out also at we still have probability for gold. So the price already in a resistance zone. Looking at the daily, there's a daily 20 EMA coming up. I think we should see some movement for short term down, but yeah, on the lower time frame, the bulls are getting a little bit of exhausted, so we should see some retracement. So for buying, I will not buy gold, because if you look at overall picture monthly, this is a long-term bearish market. Okay, the price we saw, there is a bounce from the level of support, but it's just a bounce. Okay, it's just a bounce. Even during the NFP, you see that in fact the price is coming back down again. Okay, for me it's just a bounce. When you see an important level, the price bounce, it normally does like that. But if you look at the weekly, yeah, this is the weekly level of support. As I told you, the price is still bearish. There is a previous week, you see there is a strong red candle, followed by this week the price first came down, went above, came. So the price does all the time like this. Is the habit of price going up and down, up and down, up and down. But the fact is that what you need to understand is when to trade. It's a very important concept, that understanding when to trade is very important. When to trade. Okay, so the price on gold, you see that already above this weekly level of, so if we draw this weekly support zone here, weekly opening and closing, so this is the weekly opening and closing, and on the 4 hour we see it is just above this level, right? So we can expect now after closing of this to come again to test these levels. So if you look at 1 hour again, yeah, let's say if this one closes as a narrow candle, okay, we can see some movement again to the downside. All right. So Mohanad, please coach US oil and USD CNHS as China has good news for COVID-19. Very good. So let's look at US oil. What's happening? Looking at monthly. Okay, so US oil previous months closed as a bullish candle. Okay, guys. So before I move further, guys, as I told you that today is NFP. For those who are completely new or have no much idea about NFP, NFP is a very big event for trader. Okay, this is news calendar. Today 11:30 p.m. NFP coming. So if you NFP is where we can find a really good trading opportunity. So if you wanna trade NFP with us, okay, and also learn our strategy, you can find a link in the description area. You can visit the website and you can join us. I'll recommend you to join lifetime access to have all the strategies and also to receive all the signals. So looking at weekly on US oil, we see that after the monthly close this week, this month, we see some movement to the upside. So long term US oil is bullish. You can see that this is a long term bull market on US oil. Okay, so it's a long term bull market, and with that long term bull market, if you look at the weekly, we see that back to back higher low is being created on the weekly perspective. Okay, so higher low has been created, and if you look at the daily, we see that on the daily as well, the price, this is the daily price action, you can see every day creating series of higher low. So what I think that US oil, okay, so previous session has created a very strong bullish candle, followed by this session we see some bullish movement on US oil. So with that said, what I think that US oil, after, if this candle closes above, if we see narrow doji rejecting, that could be a zone for buying US oil. Okay, so yeah, US oil looks like that it's bullish. There is no significant resistance. We might see that US oil in fact heading to this resistance level. Okay, so we could see some movement on US oil. I think that it's gonna be bullish further. So after retest, we need to find a candle here for buying. So if we see that the price tested this resistance zone as a support, then we can consider going long on US oil. All right, guys, so US oil is bullish for me. Looking at USD CNHs, let me look at USD CNHs. So USD CNHs, if we look at the monthly, this is the monthly price action, very strongly bullish. Okay, now with that bull movement on US oil, USD CNHs, we see some retracement. Looking at the weekly, the previous weekly candle created a doji, the price gone up, created a lower high, now coming back down. So we might see that in fact it is testing the lower week of the weekly candle. So we might see some downward movement, but it's a long-term bull market. I think that ultimately it will start to be bullish again. So with that said, you see the price already touching the 20 EMA. Looking at the 4 hour, okay, so I think during the NFP we might see some bullish price action along this zone, and then we can expect going long on USD CNHs. Okay, yeah, so okay, let me look at all the pairs, all other pairs, to see how they are doing. Okay, so yeah, most of the pairs now going for retracement, guys. NFP will be a very good place now for opening position. I think that until the NFP we might see some slow movement, because this is what happened when NFP comes, the price move a little bit of slowly. Okay, so yeah, that's we will be waiting for entry during the NFP or just after the NFP. Okay, so before that time, until that time, we just will observe the market. Okay, and better the way the price action, I see that I think we have to wait for potential entry point, and as soon as we'll find that, we'll take that advantage. Let me look at gold again. Okay, so we see that on gold there are some, it's waiting for, I'm in live stream. Thank you. So gold, what we see that okay, so we see this candle is going to close very soon, and Now if you look at this gold movement here, guys, it's a big movement happen. Okay, so let's look at the Fibonacci level to see in fact how much it has gone up. So we see gold is touching that 61.8% Fibonacci level, and from that zone, okay, we can expect a move, a drop in this direction. So we are waiting for movement down, and as soon as we will find entry, we'll consider shorting. I think 39 minutes later this candle is going to close, right? So I don't think that the buyers will be able to go much further. Instead, we might see some movement to the downside. This is the hourly chart. We see a big move happen followed by narrow doji. Okay, so this movement, there is no strong foundation on it. Okay, I think we will see some backward movement now. So this is an overextended market now. Okay, even if you look at this one here, there is a support has been broken. This support, this resistance has been broken, and we even can expect a retest of this previous resistance as support. Okay, so yeah, let's look at, so most of the USD pairs now has gone for a deeper retracement, but I think that they will ultimately come back. Okay, so let's look at GJ. I'm getting some requests for GJ. Okay, so GJ, we already have looked at it, guys. If you look at the daily again on GJ, what we see that the price is now approaching this daily 20 period moving average. What I think that this price will go up today, test the 20 EMA, and then will come back down again. Okay, so we could potentially see some movement to the downside on GJ as well. So let's look at it, how it is doing. And as soon as we will find that, we'll consider shorting. For me, is it still bearish? GU is still bearish, but they might go for a short-term retracement to the upside. So based on how the price action forming during the NFP will be a very good time. And Euro GBP, as I told you that we are running a trade. Euro GBP created a fake move to the upside. This daily candle is completely for me it's a fake move. I think that Euro GBP will just drop back again to this level of support zone. Okay, so that is why I put a bit bigger profit target on this one. As soon as you will see that the price is coming, we'll take it. Yeah guys, so hopefully that you are enjoying. Make sure you thumbs up, give a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So as I told you that NFP coming, and it's just a preparation just to see which way the market is heading. So the fact is that we could see some movement on like some weakness in USD until the NFP, and I think that during the NFP we will see the dollar again got back in its strength. Okay, so as soon as NFP will be released, as soon as we will find trading opportunity, we'll trade NFP. And as I told you that if you don't open any, I will not recommend you to open any trade for now, okay, until we see that the news is released clearly. And during that NFP, if we find any trade, we'll take it. Guys, if you wanna, as I told you, if you wanna trade with me NFP, you can find a link in the description area. And let me know if you have any specific question before I wrap up this session. Yeah, so with that said, guys, let me know if you have any question before I wrap up this session. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon during the NFP. Thank you.